Welcome to MTales. Today's topic is about I was stressed depressed during my job search.
And this is such an important topic. It's something so many people go through, but, you know, often in silence.
Exactly. We're going to do a deep dive into that very specific, often misunderstood emotional fatigue that comes with a long job search.
Right. It's not about failure.
Not at all. It's the exhaustion of the waiting, of the uncertainty. So our mission today is really to unpack why that is so draining and highlight some real ways to support your emotional stamina through it.
Let's get into it.
So let's start with what the source material describes as the daily reality. You wake up, you've got your whole day planned,
You're on the job portals, checking emails, applying.
showing up for interviews, putting on a brave face, you put in all this massive effort, and the day ends with, well, with silence.
Not even a no,
Yeah.
just nothing. And that's the part that's so draining, that pushing against air feeling you mentioned.
So what's happening there psychologically?
Well, the research is pretty clear that uncertainty is much more draining than outright rejection.
Really? That seems counterintuitive.
It does. But rejection, for all its pain, it gives you closure. You know where you stand. Uncertainty, though, it keeps your mind perpetually alert, but unrewarded.
Like a smoke alarm with a low battery, just chirping in the background.
That's a perfect analogy. It's a low-grade stress loop. Your nervous system is always just a little bit on, but there's no resolution. So every day is just a big question mark.
And that completely reframes why advice like just stay positive or be patient can feel so unhelpful.
It falls flat because the issue isn't your attitude. It's your capacity. Your emotional battery is being drained day after day.
And that patience, without any progress, it starts to eat away at your self-trust, doesn't it? You start questioning everything you're doing.
You do. So what's really being tested here isn't your skill set or your ambition. It's your emotional stamina. It's your ability to keep going without any reward or reassurance.
It's a heavy load to carry.
A very heavy load. And that's why we have to see this phase for what it is. It's this in-between space. And it demands enormous energy but gives zero clarity back.
So trying to just push harder is the worst thing you can do.
Exactly. The solution isn't more pressure, it's support. It's about calming that stress loop and restoring emotional energy. You have to support the person inside the situation.
Okay, so let's talk about the support system. What does the research point to for building that kind of long-term endurance?
It points very strongly toward adaptogens compounds that help the body, adapt to stress. For instance, ashwagandha.
Right, I've heard of that. What's its role here?
It helps modulate the body's cortisol response. So it's not just about calming you down in the moment. It actually reduces that constant background pressure that keeps your mind so tense.
It takes the edge off. So what about the energy side of things? When your motivation is just gone.
For that kind of steady, resilient energy, the material highlights maca root. It's not a stimulant like caffeine. It's more about supporting your emotional endurance for the long haul.
An ultramarathon, not a sprint.
Precisely. And in that same vein, for long-term adaptation, there's morinda, which is also known as noni. It's traditionally used to help the whole system navigate these prolonged, stressful transitions.
That makes a lot of sense. And I thought it was interesting how the analysis also connected this back to mental clarity. Because that brain fog is very real when you're stressed.
It is. The body and mind are completely linked. So the material points to things that support circulation and cellular energy.
Like beetroot for mental freshness.
Yes, and pomegranate for that cellular energy that gets so depleted when your nervous system is working overtime. And something as simple as honey, for gentle, steady nourishment.
So these aren't magic bullets to land the job.
No, they're tools to support your capacity to keep searching. They support the system so it doesn't break while you're waiting for that breakthrough.
So to synthesize all this, the core message is that you're not failing or stuck.
Yeah.
You are navigating a phase that simply requires a huge amount of emotional capital.
That's exact.
And the path forward is actually self-support. It's about recognizing the demand on your system and giving it what it needs to endure this period, to reduce the tension, restore your energy, and protect your confidence.
You have to protect your system while you wait.
Thank you for listening to MTales. Have a wonderful time.